We're live.
The stream is live. Oh my God. We've been sitting here for 15 minutes bullshitting with these people and they're not even watching us. Oh
Hey,
my
that's
God.
okay. No, they're
That's almost
watching
as
us.
bad as, that's almost as bad as me putting my Tyco Friday up on the thing and it's only Wednesday.
No, they're watching.
Oh
It just wasn't. They're watching. It just wasn't on the on the books, I guess.
Oh, they can actually see us then? Okay,
Yeah.
that's cool.
Yeah.
Because they were chatting and we were talking.
I was going to say, man, we had a great show going, Mo. I was going to know I don't know if I could repeat all that. I'm no
Like, oh my God! I kept thinking,
on.
why can't I see the viewer count? How come I can't see the viewer count? Oh, there it is. Right now, I can see it over here.
Live.
Oh my gosh!
So tomorrow, when you put this back up on there, you're going to have to put a little notice. I'm very sorry. The first 15 minutes are
shot.
We're dubbed out. Rich was swearing too much. I had to cut it all out.
There was a fourth person. He got out of control. We had to leave. He had to leave.
We had to throw his ass out.
Yeah. So that's the story. Everyone, we're gonna stick with that one. We just totally missed the whole,
The fourth person is a bad person.
Well, here we go. So for those who just joined us, we're very sorry. I forgot to hit the or go live button. So you've missed the Tyco Pro conversation. It was a really good conversation. Lots of highs, lots of lows. We went over a few valleys and then under a few trees and through the orchard. And here we are. I hit the play button. Damn it. So we're at HP7s now. Let me introduce who's in the house. We got Scott from Scott's House of HO Racing. Oh my gosh, this just turned into an instant shit show. Scott, say hi.
I'm not sure what my channel is here, but take your pick.
Oh my gosh.
If I know he's going to do this, Dan, I'd have brought down one of every chassis. It took me a little tray upstairs and put one of every chassis on there, and I'd have brought them down so I could play show and tell. But
and of course, I'm broadcasting live from my Swedish chalet today. Thank you guys. What you got there, Rich?
It's an invisible man trick, and when you put it real close, yeah.
It's a picture of all the Tyco chassis.
No, it's there. You go. Now we can kind of see it. It disappears, and then we just see your hands.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! I can't believe I just did that. What a idiot! Oh boy!
I've only gone live twice, and it was a disaster both times.
Have you guys ever done that though? You're filming a video and forget to hit play? Oh, man.
There you go. That is a better picture of it. Oh, you don't have the background on. That's why I got my
hang on, Scott. Hang on, Scott. We're going. There we go.
There you go. Now the top left, everyone, the top left three are Tyco S's. And the middle one was a black on Tyco Pro. That's the first Tyco Pro with the wipers. Then the next four brass ones, those are Tyco Pro. Two with wipers, two with buttons.
These are called wipers, and then these.
But the last two are buttons.
These two are the buttons.
And they got white boots on. Those were the first silicone tires that Tyco put on cars. And then over on the left, the black ones are curve huggers. And then the gray ones, the first two gray ones are HP2. Then the third gray one is an HP2, but it's a snake track. And then you have the U-turns, and you got all the other. You come up the 440 Magnums and 440 times twos. Then you got down here, you got the command and controls. And you got the ones that steer over here. And it just keeps going. Dummy chassis, everything. How long did they make what and what? We talked about that a little bit earlier. They made each type of a chassis for about 5 years each. About 5 years. And then the S's for 5, and then the Pros for 5, Pro 2 for 5, and they just.
The first year for the S series was 63, and then the last year was 70. And then, like he just mentioned, we go from the Pro up, and then that's about 5 years, and then we go to the lighted Tyco Pro with buttons and curve huggers and HP2s and HP7s, but it's about 5 years in between after the first one came out that they started upgrading chassis based on the numbers in the back of our little Bibles here.
Yeah, 63 is the first year. Lionel and Marks were making cars back in 63. And I'm not sure what year AFX started, around the same time with the T-Jet, wasn't it? Around 63.
Somewhere in there. If Matt with Patriot Hobbies is here, he could probably tell us exactly.
Matt or Robert Fish. Robert Fish is kind of an AFX expert.
Oh, yeah, that's true, too. I didn't bring my AFX book since it was a Tyco discussion, but yeah, that's
yeah, I don't have an AFX for a book that I ain't wasting money on.
I got the one that the mayor got me whenever he was at the Parsippany show, the first one. And I was fortunate enough to let him get me one of those bad boys, and then Bob Beers autographed it, so that was pretty cool.
What is your God book, Bible book for these cars? Luke's asking.
Oh, this is the. Why don't you blow it up and I'll just hold it there?
Yeah, hang on. There we go.
Yeah. I think Adam Hurt just bought one of these. He got it offline. You can still find them. They're like $30, $35, depending on.
This is the one you want, though.
Third edition.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the Mattel years are in the book, but they actually sent me all those Mattel pages separately as well.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So I keep forgetting. I want to put them in the scanner and scan them. You know the flyers that come with sets back in the 60s, 70s, and 80s? They have all the cars, different cars, and the different track pieces. Stuff. I got probably 50 different ones, and I got them all scanned and got them on my my Slotcar folder. One day I'll probably make a composition of all those for the Tycos for each year.
Right. So I want to talk a little bit about the 440x2, but before we do, I want to run this one quick commercial. And when we get back, we'll have a quick chat about the 440x2 and maybe leading up to and after. Yeah.
Better be some cowbell.
So I'm sitting here thinking, how can I make a bell notification video that viewers will actually want to watch?
You're gonna want that cowbell.
Did he just say cowbell?
I gotta have more cowbell.
It's not a cowbell.
I could have used a little more cowbell.
All right then, hit the cowbell notification button so you don't miss any of my up and coming content. Woo!
Get me a freaking cowbell now.
Okay, so before we get going on the 440x2, I'd just like to tell everyone about a really huge giveaway I'm having, and that cowbell will be your most important thing in order to win this contest. It's going to be very simple. I'm going to release one video, and in that video, the first person to comment will end up winning. The reason why that cowbell notification is so incredibly important now, because if it's not on, you're not in. Plain and simple. And I can tell you what, I'll make it worth your while to squeeze that cowbell button. And remember, if you're not a cowbell, if you don't have the bell clicked, you're not going to get notified.
If you're not
I'm
logged
not looking for the
in,
smartest person in the room. I'm looking for the fastest person in the room. And the only way you can be that is if you have the bell. So remember, this is the reason why I've been pushing the cow notification button. Oh man, it's actually, I got myself confused now. Okay, it's not even a cowbell, it's just a bell. But in order to win this contest, you're going to have to be the first person in the comment section, and that is absolutely impossible unless the bell notification button is clicked. So that's just the reason why I've been pushing that. And it also, of course, lets you know when the content's coming out, and it'll notify you before live streams happen. Now, somebody in the slot community is extremely close to becoming a 1,000-member person, subscriber person. That person is Delon Slotcar Raceway. Now, if you guys aren't sure who this is, please go check him out. He does absolutely kick-ass videos. He just released the Corvette video. Fantastic. Absolutely great. He is so close to 1,000 subscribers. When I visited his site today, I was blown away that he's that close and he's not at 1,000. So please, guys, remember, go check out the Delon Slotcar Raceway. He's got to be so close now. That's all I know. Thanks, guys. I absolutely appreciate it. Yeah, let's all help get everybody into the slot car community to over 1,000. Once we're over 1,000, then you start getting noticed more. This is just the facts. So here we are. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. Of course, once again, I have Scott from Scott's House of HO Racing and Rich from Rich's Slot Car Room, two of the biggest Tyco brains I know. So here we are. Yeah, thank you very much, Chris. Absolutely, this is it. We're gonna get him there. I've already told him. I said if he's not at 1,000 before this live's over tonight, I said probably tomorrow morning. So fantastic. That's absolutely kick-ass. Slot car, you need to get 100. Well, you'll be the next person we work on then, brother. Excellent. So
him and Rich. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Adam.
440 times 2. Rich is gonna start earning subscribers super quick now. Watch, he'll start rolling over just because he's putting out lots of videos. Yeah, and that's the secret. Lots of videos or a few long videos that lots of people latch onto. So that's what I found works, anyways. And I do a little bit of both of those just to mix it up a little bit. So Scott, what's your take on the 440 times 2?
I rank it right up there with the Super G Plus, which is anybody that knows is what the Viper chassis is based on. And we all, if you know, except for Rich, maybe we've experienced a Viper chassis. And if you haven't, then it's like the your first foray into custom built high performance chassis, basically, where you've gone beyond the stock and you're ready to go. But just based on the stock chassis, the 440 times 2 and the Super G Plus are right there to me. I mean, they're equal. They're both easy to work on. There's a lot of parts. They're fast. They're durable. They have a lot of bodies that fit on them. They got long chassis, short chassis, wide chassis, narrow chassis. You know, you got the full gamut. And like I said, they've been around for years. So people have fine-tuned them to a fine art. And sometimes you can make those things so fast, like Mark Slot Car Garage can tell you, that they're just a literal blur. And you're kind of watching a color go around the track. So, yeah, I love both chassis.
So do you think there's an advantage to the narrow or the wide pan?
Well, on the inherent problem with the Tyco chassis is its design is because of the way the bulkhead snaps in and it flexes. And so unless you're going to what they call pin those bulkheads to keep it locked into the chassis, it's going to start flexing. And then what you're going to run into, like if you watched my giveaway build, you're going to run into buying parts to make your car run as quick as a Viper or close to what a Viper would run, but it's going to cost you more to do it. So then it becomes a cost thing. You know, I mean, if you're just wanting to have a fast Tyco, then, you know, it's not an issue. But if you're looking at, I want to go fast, but I don't want to spend a lot of money to do it, then that's where your Viper would win for down. But I mean, for just the moderate upgrade for the right out of the package, I slap a set of gel claws on a 440X2, throw some oil on it, and you're almost a second quicker. And it's a fun car to drive. You don't have to do anything else. That's the cheapest way out in my book. And I personally am amazed on how well those older chassis run to this day, brand new out of the package, versus something that I just bought that's been manufactured within the last 5 years. So they've held the test of time, and that's why so many people love them like Rich and I do. Just like I said, familiarity and easy to work on in parts. Yeah, and they work. They just work. I mean, that's the big thing right there. They take a licking and keep on ticking. They're like the old Timex commercial, if everybody remembers that.
And the test of time too, most importantly, holy mackerel. Man, those cars and crew sets are good examples of time tested. I mean, all of my Tycos come from cars and crew sets. And they're all the 4.2 bulkheads made in Malaysia or Indonesia. Or
Yeah, the black wide chassis is the way to go.
Mm-hmm. So, Rich, what do you think of the 440 times 2?
Awesome. They're easy to work on for me.
Right.
I could probably tear one apart and put it back together in under 5 minutes blindfolded. And they're
thanks,
easy.
Rich. Thanks, man.
Well, you put the twister, so you try to keep it all intact and put it inside. All I grab is the front and rear bulkhead with the armature and pop it in. Then I pop the magnets in. Then I pop the chassis magnets in. I open it up and slide the pickup spring in. Open the other side, slide the other pickup spring in. Put the pickups on it. Put the front wheels on, the rear wheels on. Stick it back on the dyno. Boom, done. It is that fast. I'm serious. I've done so many. I got 600 of them. I've done so many of them. It's just
did you hear what he just said? 600. Yeah,
it doesn't matter if it's a narrow, wide, if it's a gray or the black. The black chassis flexes too, not as much as the gray.
Yeah,
which the gray has more nylon in it. It's easier to work on. If you want to learn how to do a 440, get the gray chassis. They're not, and it's a lot more pliable. Play around. It's easier to get everything back together. And once you get good at that, then go ahead and jump up to the black one, which is a lot harder and stiffer. But I've actually, some of those actually break. I've actually seen some of the black ones because they're so stiff. You'll find cracks in them.
Yep.
And where the grays won't do that.
The grays want to have a lot more play, right?
Yeah,
you can get parts anywhere from them. I mean, Hardin Creek's got everything you need to hop those up. Slotcar Central, slots and stuff. All those, they all got parts for them. They're all over eBay.
Yeah, the Tyco hop-up game's pretty big. There's still tons of people who are hopping up their Tycos. I mean, even Rich, on the dyno, like the 440 times 2. Out of the package with just a little bit of oil runs 300 on the dyno. That's a pretty huge number for a 40, 35-year-old car. Whew, man.
That's my point. That's why I love them. I mean, just take them right out of the package. Like I said, put some tires on it, oil it, and it's a great car. You don't have to literally do much else to it. I mean, but if you're wanting to take those next steps, and that's when you start adding the performance parts to it. But you don't have to do that to have a fun, good running car that's durable, that can take some crashes. I mean, as far as the chassis goes, without a spring flying off or something like that, the way they're locked in, or, the shoe may come out of the hook, but you just pop that back over, make sure it's over the spring, and you're good to go again. It's not like looking for that little, Mega G Plus or the Viper spring. If it pops out, you know what I'm saying? There's a big difference.
Or Auto World, it literally sits in a little cup. Are you crazy? What is with that? What?
The front axle's a damn nail.
Yeah, right? Yes. A finishing nail. Literally.
Yeah.
They were on sale at Lowe's.
And they're soft too. Who was saying that? Oh, Shen RC was going on about how they were soft or something. But we're not talking about Auto World today. That's a whole different bowl of cherries. Yeah.
Yeah, let's stick to the positive chassis, because the Tyco chassis, honestly, I mean, they're like, that's why, honestly, you don't hear a lot of people badmouth Tyco.
Right. Well, absolutely. I totally.
I've never, in all my time, and since 2016, of watching people on YouTube and watching people race, and I hear a lot of complaints about a lot of different chassis, but I have yet. Now, I'm sure there's someone out there that can point me to a video that someone's made, but I'm just saying personally, the amount of Tycos that I've heard is zero versus every other chassis out there for some other reason, shape, way, or form. And that just says something about their, longevity, in my opinion. And like I said, the ease of having a good running car. You don't have, like I said, you don't have to spend a lot of money on it to have a good time with it.
That's right. They run the 440 times 2 is pretty indestructible. running wise. They all seem to run pretty nice. The gearing doesn't ever seem to be screwed up. I mean, we've had other people with problems, other companies with problems with pinion gears and crown gears and this kind of stuff. But I don't recall ever. I actually looked for recall notices and stuff like that for Tyco slot cars, and I don't ever believe I came across one for pinion gears or rear axle crown gear. So this just tells you, like quality. And it must have been time consuming to build these because they weren't built by a machine. There was probably people who were building these by hand.
Oh, they were
very time consuming. So you can only imagine how many of these they must have built in order to make any money.
I'd like to see them in Rich Race. That's what I want to see.
Yeah, right.
Half of the people in China got COVID and they're off. So the people in the work in the offices are down on the floor putting the cars together and doing quality control. So
they'll pass it just because it's their job. Oh yeah, I'm good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. I agree with Mark. I mean, there's, like I said, there's designs on both, flaws on both sides. But since we're talking about TYCOs, like I said, I like my 440s. I also understand that the Super G Pluses are nice too. They're both, like I said, that's why I called them equal, in my book. That's why I like them both.
Thanks, Adam.
Yeah.
The only Tyco that I've ever had a problem with is the Snake Track HP2 style Snake Track chassis, because they put the two magnets in the back and that little piece of plastic that comes up that holds the magnet in. If it hits a certain way, it bends, and once it's bent, it's junk. You can bend it back, but it'll never hold the magnet properly ever again. And if you run across that Snake Track, eventually it's going to hit, and it's going to rip, and the car's going to flip up in the air. The magnet's going to be gone. Yeah, but other than that chassis, I've never had a problem with any of the Tyco chassis.
Yeah, Dale. I've still got my original Tyco train from whenever I was a kid. I just didn't get into trains as much as I got into the slot cars, and so
I always wanted the set that had the train in the track, but I had a Lionel train, and my dad says, "You already have a Lionel. You're not getting an HO train too. You don't need both." So I never got one.
Tyco's not in business anymore. They were bought out by Mattel, and then Mattel phased them out. And we're all praying in the slot car community that Mattel decides to get back into it, because if they do, they're just going to rehatch their old patents that they have of all those 440 chassis that we're talking about. And they have all of the official licensing from all the manufacturers. And trust me, if you want authentic looking cars, think about it. If you're into racing, Mattel would have it covered easily.
Oh man, that's absolutely fantastic. Just thinking about that prospect.
That's because of that Hot Wheels marketing. They've already got it. They own it. You know what I'm saying? They got the licensing agreement to make those cars in miniature form and use those official logos. So, I mean, it's like these ones that are back here in the corner. That's why I swapped around. This is the Tyco part of the wall here. So you're getting a good chunk of the Tyco stuff. But no, that's the Hot Wheels. They have that branding, and that's why if you look, they got the Ferraris. They had the Jordan F1 teams and the Mercedes F1 teams, and then they had the Tide Mobile One, Kodak Films, Goodwrench. You know what I'm saying? And now if you look at Auto World and AFX, it's just stock cars. Just saying. We'd really like to get into it after that long rant. That's why. I mean, I would die to have that competition and bring everybody's game up, because Mattel wouldn't put up with the level of quality control that we're currently having to experience right now. I'll just be nice.
Yeah, Matt, Hardin Creek does not own the rights to Tyco. Hardin Creek, Terry Flynn bought the rights to Lifelike, not Tyco. There's a lot of misleading information about
Somebody
that.
put that in. I think someone told me they found that in Wikipedia, and I'm like, well, anybody can put anything in Wikipedia, and Wikipedia is wrong.
You can add.
Wikipedia was written
You
by.
can add to Wikipedia if you want, man.
But
They
yeah,
let you
Terry
add-
actually talked about that in one of his videos. He goes, I've read that online too. He goes, I do not own Tyco or any rights to Tyco. I own the rights to Lifelike.
Yeah. That's why if you go to his website, HC Slots, you can see that he's got a lot of those restamps of those little dirt midget cars, some off-road cars, their stock cars, their off-road. They even have some little Peugeots in there or something like that. Some
When
little
you say
import
dirt
cars.
midget, do you mean like sprint cars?
Yeah. Yeah. He's got them in red, white, blue, and yellow, so you can get colors.
Oh, right. I think I did
yeah.
see them.
Yeah, so what you can do with those is like Adam Hurt has one of them that's already done up, beautiful looking little cars. But you know, obviously those are kind of rare. So I personally would not want to put that thing on the track, even though the wing will pop off and on. To take the chance of smashing it, I would buy one of those from Hardin Creek, and then buy a Viper chassis or a Super 7 chassis, and then one of those clips to put a lifelike body on, and then put that little winged warrior on it, and then go have some real fun.
Yeah, that's the way to do it, eh?
Yeah.
Man, it would be so nice if somebody would come out with a line of those, like a serious line with decal on them and everything, like the real deal. Like maybe get some liveries. How easy would it be to create a livery and not pay anybody for it? Especially in dirt racing midgets like that, or sprint cars, midgets, whatever. Yeah.
Well, since we're talking about TYCOs, and Rich knows this as well, back in the day, they actually used to sell sets that had cars in them that had no stickers on them whatsoever, and they had the wet slide stickers, the water slide stickers came on the cardboard sheet, and then it was up to you to put them on those cars. What is it? The Bobby Allison and the Richard Petty, if I remember correctly, Rich?
Yeah, the wheelie cars came that way. Whenever you bought the set, they came with the
Corvette, the Cobra and the other one.
The wheelie cars, yeah. I was racing one of them the other day on my live show. I put it on that racing around the high banks. Some things are badass. But I got two that came, they were bought separate, so they got the decals were put on at the factory. And I got one that has no decals on. I need the other one, the Hawk, without the decals.
Let's see if I can find it real quick. Yeah, here. If you want to blow me up, I'll show the picture of the cars.
Slotcar Wildman's buying an AFX set. Which one is he getting, guys?
Yeah, Santa Claus. If you want to buy AFX, just go all out and just get the international set.
Yeah, I was gonna say don't
just go all out because it's awesome, and then you only got to get a track pack to add on to it, and you can do it anything you want.
That's exactly what I have. Super International in the track pack. But Slotcar Wildman, I'll put some economics to it for you. Those 4 cars in that set are each worth $100 all day on eBay, each one of them. So basically, you buy the cars, you get all of that track and the transformers for free. Just saying. That's how I look at it. And there you go. Scott's got 2 of them right there. And what is that worth, Scott? 200 plus?
No, these are going to actually be some of the auction cars, and I'm being nice to the people that are subscribers that want to join in on the auction. So
oh, there you go.
There's a little teaser. If you guys don't want to buy the set and you're wanting to buy the cars, come and check out Slot Car Saturday Night Live and the auctions. There
you go. Make sure to stop by and check out Scott's House of HO Racing Saturday night for his absolutely wild auctions. They're kick-ass. He's always got some cool stuff.
Here, let's show those. This is your show and your night. Let's show those TYCO cars that Rich and I were talking about. Those are those.
Oh, yes.
These are these 2 right here.
Yeah, they came with the sticker sheets. Yeah.
Conquest Racing Club. That's a good question. The track pack is just a add-on. An add-on pack.
Yeah.
For AFX Racetrack. It's got a lot of track. Not a lot of useless track. It's got a lot of 18s in it, larger curves, more useful stuff. Like you don't want to go with too many 9s. 9s are really not so great for racing if you want to go fast. If you want to do the Sunday driver kind of course, then sure, I guess you do use 9s.
Just,
Does the
there's
track
two
pack have
different kinds of
18s?
track
Yes, it
packs,
does
so
not.
make sure you let him know which one you're talking about. There's an AFX expansion kit, and then
Oh,
there's,
yes.
and there's the Auto World expansion kit, and then the AFX is the track pack. So
Yeah, Auto
Two
World has
different
two
kinds.
expansion kits, actually. They have the one with the green shell car in it. What is it, Moneymaker? And they
55
have
Chevy or something.
and they have the track pack. Must be pre Moneymaker because it doesn't have Moneymaker, but it does appear to be the same pack. So try
Same
and
money,
find the
too.
track pack with the Moneymaker in it because you're paying the same regardless. But as for AFX, the track pack that AFX has, like I said, Super International in the track pack, lots of 15s, lots of 18s, really good, worthy. Yeah.
Yeah, I just
Yeah,
like the
there's
big
a dual track piece, so you can have you can plug in both tracks, both lanes. I have that for my drag strip, so that both cars get full power.
Here, blow up this picture real quick so we can show these, and I'll turn the page, and we'll be done with the sticker cars. So these 4 cars right here in the middle with the big sticker in the middle, those were the stickers that you got in the track sets to put on these 2 cars.
Oh, that's cool.
And these 2 right here are super duper duper rare, especially this one. Rich
Yeah.
knows what I'm talking about.
I don't even think I've seen the
Like
one on the
finding
right
them.
before.
So yeah, this one here is not too hard to find. This one pops up every so often. You never can really tell about this one over here because some people can try to strip off the stickers off of one that's already got them on it and try to claim that that's what that is. But there's no other car made like this one right here. So you'll know if that one's it. That's rare.
Wow, and they did come with those white tires, hey?
Yep. Yeah, and in case people were wondering what Rich was talking about, if they did catch the first part of the show, boots, they called those white boots back in the day.
Yeah, they're the first silicones that Tyco ever put on cars.
Mhm.
They only did that for a couple of years.
Yeah.
Sales were down, and the cars weren't handling as good as the AFX were, so they put those on so they would, because I'm sure Tyco engineers go out and buy some AFX sets and bring the cars in and put them on their track and race them against the Tyco cars and see how they compare. If they got to pick up their game a little bit or what they got to do, and they end up putting those white boots on silicone for a couple of years.
That's right. Change it up a little bit. So they were silicones too, hey? So then what was the average tire made of back then? What were they using for their compound?
I have no
Some
idea.
sort of rubber?
Foam rubber.
I think they were foamy. They were like a soft foamy.
Yeah, that's why they just rotted off, and like any foam, it just dries out and just turns into dust.
Crispy, yeah.
Before that, on the Tyco S, they were real rubber. There'd be real rubber on them. They were little skinny ones.
Yeah.
And they would like dry out and crack. You grab it, it just fall apart in your hand. But
that's why if you buy a G Plus, an older G Plus, they actually glued the foam rubber tires onto the rims. And if you get one that's really old and you can rebuild those cars. And if you're wanting to race it, you've got to either buy a whole new axle set with new hubs, or you've got to scrape all that old foamy crap off. And that makes a huge difference.
Hit it with a Dremel on a purple polishing wheel. It takes it right off.
What's easier than that? Buying a whole new rear end and going, snap it in and going.
All over your workbench.
There you go.
I was going to say a lot less messy, a lot less hassle. It's like, ooh, toss, click, oh, zoom, zoom, let's go. So
yeah. So what do you guys think? What do you think of what Slotcar Wildman's saying here? He's asking.
A dual with an international. Well, I still would, because it's only going to come with the 2 power packs for 2 lanes to make the 4 lane. And so if you got 4, then each lane would have its own power. So if someone did fly off, it's not going to give a juice bolt to somebody that's in your power pack lane. So that's the benefit of having individually powered lanes. Is we all remember when we were kids, the old power pack, you're all ripping around the track, and one guy crashed, and the next thing you know, the next guy was crashing too because he went straight off the corner, and that was because his car got all the voltage that little wall wart could handle at one time. And so, yeah, no, you would definitely want to do that, because if anybody crashes, the person that's on that 2-lane with them is going to end up crashing too, unless it's just pure luck.
Right. Yeah. So, okay, what do we got here? So Slotcar Wildman, if you get the international set, it's going to be 4 lanes. It'll come with 2 power tracks. So you'll have 2 power packs, 1 for each power track. Now, the double power track, if you go with 2 double power tracks in that set, that'll mean you'll have 4. It'll be plugged in by 4 power packs. Now that's a little crazy. If you're going to do something like that, you're definitely having to lean towards a computer style power source, something a 10 amp 30 volt power source. You definitely wouldn't want to try and plug 4 power packs into one international set. It's just kind of like overdoing it. It's kind of like killing an ant with a sledgehammer. Very effective, but man, it's tiring. What you got there, Scott?
We had a question on tire gauges while you were explaining the power thing, and so I was going to show the 2 that I have right there. I have the Hardin Creek, this one, and then I've got the BSRT. They're both made out of aluminum, as you can see. I mean, anodized, very sturdy. Honestly, I would recommend just for the ease of ordering, going straight to HC Slots and getting one of his, and then getting some of his tools while you were there and getting a little package deal. That's what I would do. But this is the one that I use now almost all the time, just because it's the newest one that came out. And so I know Terry's very meticulous on details like sizes. So yes, they do. As a matter of fact, Adam, that's why they're shiny.
Yeah. just don't be jealous, Adam. You can buy your own Novus.
Yeah. They sell it by the little jugs too. Rich and I know this. He has one on his bench, and I got one in my closet to refill my spray bottle.
Mine's getting low. I'm gonna have to get me some refills.
Yep.
But they got power supplies all over Amazon. They go from like $60 to like $90. You don't have to spend a lot to buy a power supply. Wow, man. You can buy one and you just buy speaker wire or whatever you want, whatever kind of wire you want, whatever is cheapest, and just wire it up yourself. And all kinds of people have wiring shows on their channel. Scott's done wiring on his, and people,
Chris with the Blue Ridge Raceway, even he just recently did a video, and he's gonna. If you haven't seen his video, I'll save you the time. And what he would tell you is if you're going to have multiple power on your track, don't mess around with the wall warts, and just go ahead and buy a power supply for the same money as you would for those stupid wall warts, and you'll just be done with it.
Right.
Because he bought one of those Auto World adjustable power supplies, and it died in less than a year. And then he had to buy another one. And then he said, by the time I bought 3 of those, I could have bought 2 of the other hardwired power supplies. So, I'm just saying, cost per dollar, think a little farther ahead, because you can still use your same power plugs like he did. You just clip off one of your old clips, and then hardwire in your new power supply that you got off of Amazon or eBay or wherever, and it works just the same. You don't even have to do the hard wiring to your track.
No, cut the cord off the AFX power off the wall wart, off the plug end, and plug that into the cord that goes to the computer or the power supply. You're in.
Yeah,
if you don't
That's
want
much better than
easiest way to do it.
Power packs. Much better.
You can solder them on your workbench, drill a hole, put the wire down through the hole, and just set the track right on top of it. You know where it's going to be. That's how Scott did. He laid it all out ahead of time, knew exactly where everything was going to be at, and it makes it so much simpler. You plan it. Don't just start doing it. Well, I wish I'd have done this, done that. Plan it all out. Take your time. It's a hobby. Have fun. Enjoy yourself.
Yeah. And of course, the controllers, proper controllers is definitely, as we all know, there's the two things that you do, power supply and controllers. That allows you to have way more enjoyable time with your cars. I would say, anyways. I'm still waiting for my DeFalco controller. It should be here any day, but I do live up here in the north. I actually just seen Santa the other day picking up reindeer shit out back. Yeah. He called them brown cherries. I said, I don't want none of those cherries, man.
How much snow you got, Dan?
I had my snowblower out twice already this year. We got the first time we got about maybe 2 inches, and then it just kept snowing straight through. It was supposed to stop, but it didn't. And then it probably got about another 3 inches. So
it snowed here, Halloween.
It did, eh?
I walking around and it's snowing. I'm like, first time it snowed on Halloween.
Well, the last time it snowed on Halloween for us was 15 years ago. So,
wow.
Yeah.
Dell wants to know how many power supplies, 1 or 2. I personally just use 1 for my whole 4-lane track. Yeah, there you go. There you go, Mark. Thanks for helping out, man. Yeah, that's the cheapest way to do it. But if you want to, I've seen people buy 2 of those variable power supplies just like that and use one of them for 2 lanes each. So it's just
that one Mark's talking about is probably the best one.
Yeah, that's exactly what I got. Yeah.
Slotcar, the HO controllers are only two wires.
Yep.
Unless you have brakes.
Unless you have brakes, but you really don't need brakes for HO unless you're doing professional racing.
Well, Mark needs brakes.
The black and the white, the red wires for brakes. If you don't have brakes, if you don't have blazing brakes cars, just go ahead and cut that thing off.
Right. Yeah, Adam, I'm staying in the James Bond suite.
Yeah, I want that fireplace.
No kidding, eh? Man,
that's nice.
Irene would be playing that piano. Awesome.
I don't think I look like I make enough money for them to even give me a tour of that place. So,
like, sir, you know how much this house costs?
Can we see your bank account currently? Well, yeah. I'd like to see my bank account currently. But
I'll tell you a story about that. My uncle, he used to weld crane rail on railroad track, and he was doing crane rail sliding across. He kept getting grease all over his crotch. He's wearing overalls. He had grease all over him. He was welding all day long. Well, on the way home from work, he decided to stop at a Cadillac dealer because my aunt wanted a Cadillac, and he walked in there, nobody to help him. They sent this young kid over, and he looks and he goes, how come nobody helped me? They sent you over. He goes, I'm the new guy. I said, well, it's your lucky day, buddy, because I want that Cadillac right over there. And he bought it, and he wrote a check. They were all bummed out because he went in there looking like all greasy overhauls. He was working all day, all dirty and sweaty. And he bought a brand new Cadillac and paid cash for it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Don't be fooled by the cover of the book.
I was going to say, there's a lesson in there.
Yep.
If you can see the forest for the trees. But
burn the forest down and send all the smoke down to the U.S. Oh, sorry, that was a bad Canadian joke.
We get it from both sides, man. Alberta and from the United States every once in a while.
Yeah, 1 power supply for a 4-lane layout. That's what we all use, Dell. Well, most of us that I know of that are in this chat and channel right now.
Yeah, and the new the Career digital system, they actually give you option to set braking and stuff like that in the computer system. So
No, man, that digital stuff is bad to the bone. I'm telling you, you're going down a rabbit hole. I don't know if you're ready, but yeah,
No, you guys got to watch Dicey over at DNA Slotcars. He's got a digital set. It is so freaking awesome. It is.
oh man, yeah.
A little 7-year-old daughter, she
Yeah.
knows more about cars than I know about cars, and she's rattling off what all these cars are. I'm like, man, I don't even know what the heck those cars are. And she races, and I've never seen her de-slot one time. And she drifts around the corners, and she like, this car's too loud. This car's not fast enough. And she's, but yeah. Those things are
She's
really nice.
impressive. I wish I knew. I just wish I knew as much as she does at that age, because all I cared about was, I want the outside lane because it's got the guardrails.
She knows how to switch the power supply from digital to analog, and then when you're on analog, she has a controller. Somebody made her a real nice controller. It's got her name on it and everything. And then you go back to digital, you have to grab the digital controllers, and they're wireless. They sit in a charger and they charge up for you. Yeah, you're always late, Robert.
So you know what that means, Robert? You obviously don't have your bell notification button clicked.
Yeah, you need some cowbell, Robert.
So you know what you need there, Robert?
So I'm sitting here thinking, how can I make a bell notification video that viewers will actually want to watch?
You're gonna want that cowbell.
Did he just say cowbell?
I gotta have more cowbell.
It's not a cowbell.
I could have used a little more cowbell.
All right then, hit the cowbell notification button so you don't miss any of my up-and-coming content. Woo!
Remember, guys, if you don't have the bell notification button clicked, there's no possible way of winning my contest. The contest will be the first person to comment on the video I say. And the only way you can do that is by having your bell notification button clicked. Stay tuned. All right, guys. So
Maple syrup. Hey, Ryburn.
actually, I just watched the video about the maple syrup heist. And I could not believe that. This guy actually switched millions and millions and millions of dollars of maple syrup with water. He would take the barrel home or wherever, and then he would empty it out and fill it back with water and take it back to the company that he was working at. Can you say maple brass balls? Holy crap, man. That is huge. He did like $6 million worth. Shit.
Well, that's a
I ain't no
vocational.
expert, but that's a damn lot of syrup. That's a lot of tree tapping is what that is.
That's a vocational school. My teacher used to make his own syrup, and he made a new boiler system. He brought all the pieces in, and he had me weld them up. They were stainless steel, and I welded them with TIG. And I TIG welded it all up and made a whole new boiler system for him for that maple syrup.
Yeah, it's a big deal. They need those to boil it down into syrup. Otherwise, it's just water. That's amazing, man. I couldn't believe it. But it was nice to see the video of the actuality of it, because it kind of seems ridiculous. Like, how does this guy steal $6 million worth of maple syrup? But yeah, the maple syrup heist for sure. Cowbell failure. Clicked early this morning. Cowbell failure. Oh no, Robert's having cowbell failures. That's okay. I'm having the start the stream failures today too. So that's all right. So I know you just got here, Robert, but we actually I started the show for 15 minutes and didn't even go live. So that's sort of how I like to give back to the community. Hey, everybody gets some for free. Not like anyone's paying for it anyways. Woo!
Yeah, see, if Robert was here like he was supposed to be here, he could have told you that you weren't live.
You see, Robert, my moderator, if you were here, you could have told me I wasn't live.
You looked up in the corner and you wouldn't have seen that live up there, 48, 56. 50. Yeah, you wouldn't have seen that. You said, hey, Dan, you ain't live. Hit the live button.
Robert, glad to see everyone made it here on time.
Glad to see you could join us, Robert.
Yeah. Woo. No, seriously, we were debating starting the show. That's why we were 15 minutes late. We're like, Robert's not here. We can't do this. Finally, we're like, F it. We got to go.
He would want us to persevere.
That's right. Push on. Push on.
What were you doing anyway? Snow blowing the driveway?
Adam, that's the goal. Yes.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We're like a well-oiled machine.
Yeah, you bet. Oh, boy. So the Tyco 440 times 2 is where we're at. Man, that is one chassis. Everybody should have at least a couple of these for sure. 2 or 3 per lane, depending on what kind of person you are. And if you're Scott, well, you got walls and walls and walls of it. And if you're rich, well, you got shelves and shelves and shelves of it. Hey, who the hell is Rich's Slotcar? Oh, hey, Rich. I forgot. I'm looking at the.
Hey, what's going on?
I'm looking at the chat.
Who's that guy?
Look at that. So, someone's name is Rich's Slotcar Room too.
That's a pretty cool
I
car.
highly
He's got that
recommend this
picture.
Slotcar 2021.
Yeah, Slotcar.
Hey, answer this question. I got a question. Everybody beside their name has a picture or a letter. For, you know what I mean? That little round one, and it has the little red for YouTube. What is that round picture called? Because I want to make my own, like Matt made his for Patriot Hobbies. Has his own. Says Patriot Hobbies since 2021 or whatever. There's a special name for what that round thing is called. It's not an avatar, is it? That one. That's not really an avatar.
The little picture.
Yeah, the one that's got like his dyno, showing his dyno on his car.
Yeah, that's called something. There's a name for that round thing. And Matt at Patriot Hobbies has his own. It says Patriot Hobbies established 2021 or 2018, whatever it says. I can't remember what it says, but
Profile
you can make
picture.
your
Yeah,
own.
that's what I thought.
You can make
That's
your
your
own.
profile picture, Rich.
That's called a profile picture.
No. This is called the thumbnail.
No, the thumbnail is what you have for your videos.
thumbnail.
He's talking about your actual picture of your next to your name and stuff.
Right now?
Icon. Yeah, okay, there you go.
No. The name of the picture next to your profile name is the. What the hell did I just say it was?
Thumbnail.
Thumbnail. That's what it's called.
Oh, see?
Yeah.
Profile picture. Raul agrees.
Profile pictures on your homepage.
It's like the
under
avatar.
customization. Yeah.
Or profile.
Yeah.
Yeah, these Conquest, you got a killer one there. It's like a red dragon. And Chris at Southern Slot says his Southern. He made that. You have to make that yourself, and I want to make one for me, but I don't know what it's called, where to go, how to do it.
We can hook you up, Rich.
Yeah. Essentially, Rich, you just need to make it up, and then you try and get it to fit in that little circle. Or for me, I paid to have mine done professionally, so I actually have like PDF files and that kind of thing.
Yep.
I can resize it and stuff, and actually have it in black and white and negative and blah 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 blah. But I paid like $50 for it. But you could do it yourself, Scott. You did yours yourself, did you not?
Nope. I paid Fiverr.
Oh, yeah, Fiverr. That's who I use. Fiverr.
You recommended it, so that's where I went.
And how'd you like it?
Well, you see how it turned out. I'm happy. I mean, I had to revise it. It took about a week to get it to where I liked it, but that's the beauty of it is they work with you to get you what you want. And where I got it to where, I thought it was, decent for what I was paying for. So
yeah.
How do you sell that?
I don't feel ripped off.
Just 5 and then another ER.
Oh, Fiverr.
FIVE.
Yeah,
ER.
Fiverr. Use Raul.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Wait a sec.
Oh, there you go. Oh, Raul's made him. Contact him. there's the best way is help support somebody in the community.
Yeah.
Forget
The
Fiverr.
mayor at the mayor at Gale Forest Racing made my banner for my YouTube site. He did an awesome job.
Oh yeah, no, the mayor's the man when it comes
You
to
use clip
computer
drive.
stuff.
Yours looks awesome, Matt. I love yours, Matt. That thing's awesome. I like Southern. Chris, yours is awesome too.
Yeah, look at Wildman's. That's nice.
Yeah, Wild Man. I know his is awesome. He got Santa Claus all buffed up.
Yeah.
That's cool.
No bidding, no loot. Oh, Rick. Oh man, ripping my heart out, buddy.
All right. Woo. Well,
No
we're
bidding
almost
to
at an
lose
hour, guys.
on
I'm going to
tonight.
try and keep it to an hour tonight. But I want to make sure that everybody knows that, if you don't have any 440 times 2 and you're in the HO hobby, you're new to the HO hobby, or you just want to start a collection, or let's just say you want to have cars that you know will work, you probably want to have a few 440 times 2s in your slot box for sure. Myself, I own lots of TYCOs because I really enjoyed the Cars and Crew sets. Plus they were at the right price, so I grab a whole bunch of them at a time. And the little peoples were cool when you first get started off, and then you get into those the real pewter guys, and the guys who are like 3 for $40 kind of guys. That's a joke. I wouldn't know.
Didn't you say it was Magisto or something like that?
I think it was Mojo or
Mojo. Okay, well,
I just look up.
Prizer is another company that makes those.
164 miniatures. That's what I look up on eBay.
Yeah, Prizer's another manufacturer that makes those little miniatures that are really cool. That they have a lot of different themes that they sell groups of people of. So like a hospital theme or something along those lines. So
that's right. Thank you very much, Matt. I appreciate that. Yeah, we're actually going to have a multi-scale chat about what we need to do to move slot cars into the future. I have a few serious ideas. I've already been implementing some of them. There's 2 people in our crowd tonight who will notice their video count jumped, and so did their time watched for yesterday. I'm not going to say who they are, but there's 2 of you. If you pay enough attention to your YouTube analytics, you'll certainly notice it. I rolled on 2 people in 2 different channels for a good 10 hours straight and let the videos play in the background. So, yeah, fans, only fans for sure. Yeah, like somebody wants to see my naked slot cars, I guess, eh? The unpainted ones. The white pit kits are the fans only section. Oh my gosh. That's so funny. Oh, here we go. I remember this. This was a question he asked. What is the use of, I believe, if I'm correct, it was what is the use of semis in HO slot cars?
The use? The fun. They're fun.
Hang on. Let me see if I can find it. It flew by. Oh, here we go. Thank you very much, Matt at Patriot Hobbies, for that donation. I absolutely appreciate it. Absolutely fantastic, this slot car community. That's all I got to say. I'm really liking the intermixing of scales now, where most people are just starting to call it slot cars as opposed to HO slot cars. I think that's a good start for moving slot cars into the future, regardless of scale. I don't even think it matters what scale you are. Let's just try using the terms slot cars from now on, as opposed to HO slot cars or 132nd slot cars. I mean, I'm sure people will figure it out. And there's lots of good content on both sides of the fence, whether you're large scale or small scale. I've been spending a great deal of my time watching large scale lately because I really dig the liveries. I think they're just absolutely fantastic. And I can't wait to get my track once again, because I'm going to do some comparisons, sort of who did it better, where I'm going to get to like the Peugeot 908, where I have, of course, I have my Peugeot 908. And I'm going to buy the 132nd version, so I can do a comparison just to see what the liveries look like. I already know the liveries on the HO ones are super tight.
Adam's quote there.
11 people away from 100.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Let's hit up Adam Hurt. Adam, can you put in your in the comment? Can you please put in your channel?
Yeah, let's get him to 100, man.
Yep.
That Mayflower is a kick-ass little semi truck. Now that someone asked about semi trucks, I mean, and I just did my semis on my wall for my case on Sunday, so it's kind of appropriate.
That's right. So anybody who's not subscribed to Adam Hurt's channel, I believe it's Adam Hurt's
Slot
Cars and More. Let's get him to 100, guys.
Then
Rich
we
is
can all go
close
over there
too.
and
Let's get
try to win
Rich
a
there.
free truck.
We got it. Yeah,
I
for
think
sure.
I need 13 more. I think I need 13 more.
Let's see.
100.
Come on, let's get Rich up there too, man. We got a lot of people that are really close to 100.
There we go.
Racing. We have to try to get him up there.
Yeah.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, Mike and Steffi, thanks for joining us, guys.
Step 2, yeah.
I'm up to 87.
Thank you, Conquest
I need
Racing.
lucky
Raul, I
number
appreciate that.
13 more.
What do we got? Here's Mike. Thank
11
you
more.
for joining
Yeah,
us, Mike.
Adam needs 11 and I need 13.
Adam needs 11 and Rich needs 13. Lucky
need
number
13.
13, guys. Let's hit him up. Yeah, remember, everyone has 3 YouTube accounts. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
I do. Actually, last night, since I don't do the Wednesday night Discord anymore, I went on each one of my other 2 and I watched all my own videos all up so I could give myself more views.
No, can't do that.
Don't do that.
No,
You can. Why not?
No, you don't get any. You can't watch your own videos. You get no.
They don't give you credit for it.
No credit for that. No. So what you need to do is, like I said, you obviously everyone gets 3 things. But what you do is you open up 2 pages, and that's you put the slot car. You go to somebody who has playlists. Like I went to do it to large scale guy today and realized he didn't have any playlists at all. Raul, Conquest Racing, can you tell me is it Dave who does all the like super fine, intricate slot car painting? I believe it's Dave. Raul know right away. Yeah, you're almost there, Adam. You'll be there by the end of the show, brother. Hopefully, first thing tomorrow. Anyways,
You guys gotta leave me alone. Go
Now, you use your same email address for all 3 of your YouTube channels? Is that why? Because
yeah.
I use a different email address for all 3 of mine.
I don't think. Yeah, Shotgun Dave. That's it. Shotgun Dave. I went to do it to his channel, and he doesn't have any playlists. So for creators out there, if you're interested in becoming part of this, where we're going to start hopping each other up, you got to have at least a playlist so that we can pull that playlist and watch it. Otherwise, we're only going to be able to watch a single video. The whole key is you go into theirs, you find a playlist, you bring it up on the screen, and you start playing it. And then you go open another page, and you pull up YouTube again, and you do the exact same thing. But you cannot load your own videos because the algorithm knows that you're the one watching your own videos. So just keep that in mind. But this is something that I'd like to go over with a small panel next Thursday. Maybe Raul, if you wouldn't mind joining us, and maybe another large-scale creator, we can talk about these kind of things, about how to get the slot car channels all propped up. Because I think there's a few people who are really serious about making this happen, and if there's a group of people that all want to start propping each other up, then that's definitely going to make a huge difference in watch times, subscribership, and of course the viewability on YouTube. So yeah, okay. Thank you very much, Raul. I appreciate that. So next week we'll have Raul on the show, and we'll be talking about slot cars in general and what we can do to make things to pump them up. A few tricks that I've been talking about lately. I'd like to share them with everybody so that we can really make use of the things that I have sort of been working on in the last little while. Where are we here? So I wanted to check Delon before we headed out of here tonight. Can anybody do me a favor and just check Delon's channel, please, and see if he's at 1,000 yet? Man, that would be so cool. He's got to be so close right now. It's crazy. But that would be so cool, eh? Guy goes to bed, wakes up with 1,000. That'd be awesome. That's kind of like Steve from Stockpile Hobbies. Shows up for my 1,000 subscribers and ends up getting 1,000 of his own. So yeah, that's awesome. He's got to be so close, because when I started the show earlier, it was 967. 972, so he's gained 5. So close. Come on, guys, we can do it. Get him there. Hit up. Make sure you hit up Rich too. Everyone's so close right now. All these people.
He was at 67 when I joined.
67? Yeah.
I watched that video. It was really good. Yeah, Dicey over at DNA had those same 2 cars and did a review on them. I like those. Those are the Earnhardt cars. I like them. Corvettes.
Yeah. Yeah, they're nice. Those I like how we back-to-back them, made, so you got to see 2 different versions. The same version from 2 different companies. Yeah, I really like that. I'm really big into the Revo, though. The Revo one was nice. I think I like that. I'm the same opinion as him. I really like that high sheen.
The thing about the 132.
What's that?
The thing about those bigger cars, they don't put a body on it with nothing on the body. Everything is a copy of a real race car at one time. Some from the 60s, some from the 70s, some from the 80s, and they're awesome. They're beautiful cars.
Yeah, can't wait. Can't wait to do a little bit of driving. Can't wait to be extra broke.
It's coming.
I'd sell my pool table if I can get that racetrack off of it.
No, then you're gonna have to build a table to put the racetrack on. See?
Oh yeah, it's a never-ending scenario.
I was gonna say it's just a circle.
Yeah,
20 foot long, 8 foot sticking out on both ends, a nice big horseshoe track, 20-foot straightaway on it with bank curves in the corners. Oh yeah.
That's going to be what my set looks like. Yeah, I know what it looks like. But this is what my 30-second set's going to be.
Yeah, we already teased you about that.
Yeah, I have to put the disclaimer up every time, or it becomes like becomes like a bunch of 14-year-old boys hanging out. Wow.
Ugh.
Backyard pool. All right, guys. So I want to thank. Yeah, I painted it blue, make it all look cool. All right, guys. I want to thank you guys all for coming tonight.
You guys are looking at
Tomorrow
the
night
chat.
I
I'm not
have.
looking at the chat.
I'm going live. I'm in the search for the fastest 4-gear I have. I have a lot of 4-gears, so I thought I'd run them on the dyno. Everyone loves a good dyno run, and you can come along with me to find my winner for the 4-gear challenge. It's going to take some time. There's an awful lot of 4-gears there, but I'm going to run through them and bore the hell out of y'all. So make sure you check that out. Of course, that'll be 7 p.m. Central Standard Time Friday for Friday's Top Fuel and Funny Car Friday. Yeah. So I want to thank you guys. Scott, closing words?
No, just want to say thank you for everybody joining in. Thanks, Rich, for sharing your knowledge with the Tyco stuff and ripping through all those chassis real quick. And if everybody has time after you check out Dan on Friday night with his Top Fuel Friday night, then check me out on Slotcar Saturday Night Live Saturday night. We'll start out live at 7 o'clock, go till 9. And then I believe there's going to be some actual live racing on the track this week. So
Nice. Rich, final words, brother?
Other than Tyco Friday tomorrow, 10 a.m. If you haven't already got a sneak peek, you'll like it. It's pretty good.
that is.
Yeah.
I can
got
concur.
the two
I've been one of those 4 or 5 people that already saw it. So yeah.
Yeah, this is actually 2 cars.
And what's happening with you on Tuesday?
Tyco Tuesday, every Tuesday. I'm thinking about doing some live one. A bunch of people thought I was doing a live one. You guys you're doing a live Tyco Tuesday? And I was like, no, I already did a Tyco. He goes, oh, well, all right. I was thinking about maybe doing a live one.
Do live, yeah, do live.
Different.
But like I said, try and do it in your peak time, Rich. That way you'll get the best of it. And you'll have more people who will be able, don't do it during the day, your daytime, or there'll be nobody there, brother. So try and do it around supper time or after.
I thought about doing a live on Fridays. Take my track down. I'll have everybody that's watching vote 2-lane or 4-lane.
True.
And then I'll pull out some sheets with different tracks on it, which track you want me to build, and I'll build a track. Do a little racing on it.
Cool.
Sounds like a thing, man. Everybody's nosy as fuck, so everyone wants to see what somebody else has. Yeah. I know I am. I speak for myself. And by the way, that is French for seal, by the way. I'd just like to let everybody know that. So, YouTube.
I know a lot of French.
I mean, bonjour, monsieur. Comment ça va? Ça va bien, merci, et vous? You know, I should really start thanking all the people in their own language. So I thought I would start today. I thought I'd start with my my second most watched country. Here it is.
Russia.
Hi guys.
It's United States.
Canada. United States is my number one. Is my number one.
Oh.
So hey.
Yeah, I saw something I was reading today on there that they said Russia is the second biggest country to watch YouTube videos. I was like, are you freaking kidding me?
Russia's my fourth. And here's a big one. Russia's banned. How are they getting internet out of Russia? They're using IP addresses. That's why.
VPNs, yeah.
VPNs, yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. So excellent. So Rich, I want to thank you, brother. Absolutely fantastic knowledge about Tycos, and I'm happy to have you in our community.
Enjoy your shows. Thanks for putting them on. Appreciate it. Building up the community.
Rich. And we look forward to more of your awesome content. I really enjoy your Tycos. And remember, when you do roll-bys, you got to go slow, painfully slow. It should hurt you. That's how slow you go. Because when you got stuff on your shelf people haven't seen, brother, you got to slow down your video. You could probably do like you could turn like a 6-minute video into easily 12-minute video. Totally. Yeah, you can slow that down. I know when you're flying by and I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't want to have to keep pushing pause.
Yeah, get
And
hit the
this works
pause,
for
look
you
at it a
because
little
you get
bit.
full watch time. Full watch time. So
Oh,
that's
yeah.
the good thing about your videos. You're probably getting good watch time on your videos
Yeah,
because
I
you
get
have
over
a lot of cool stuff.
6,000 hours last month, October. I think that's what it was, 6,000.
Right.
Yeah, that's probably not that good. You had what, like 12,000 just for one video.
Right.
But
Yeah, that doesn't
was
happen too
short.
often.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this, Machines Madness. Yeah, that's an idea. I never thought about that. Use a VPN to watch my own videos. Now that would work, but you can't straight up watch your own videos on YouTube. It knows it. The algorithm knows your IP address.
I have a different email address for each one of my accounts, so that don't matter. They know it's me
Oh,
still.
that would make a difference. You can't be watching them out of the same account.
All three of mine, I use different email addresses for.
Oh, that's good then.
Because my train one is on my one Gmail, and my third one I put it on my other Gmail account, and then my main account's on my Roadrunner account. So
you'll have to have a look.
All three different.
Just look. You'll know right away because your video count won't show your watches. So if your numbers don't ever line up, that's probably the reason why. You've probably watched it a couple times, or you've started to watch it and stopped, and or entered it to see what it looked like once it was finally ready. That's another watch, and that screws up your watch time because now you watched it for like 10% of the video. But remember, ×2, people. Hit the ×2 button. So, yeah. Well, that'll be another topic for Thursday night where we'll get together with a few different creators and we'll talk this kind of stuff. I really feel that if more people knew about these kind of things, I think HO slot cars would be better. I think the reason being there are a group of people who are fine with the way things are right now, and then there's a group of people who would really like to see slot cars moved into the future. I'm certainly the group that would like to see it moved into the future. I was part of the slot car past, but I'm also young enough where I'm going to be also part of the slot car future, and for me that means high res, good videos that people want to watch and enjoy enjoyable content, and of course sharing it with like-minded creators like, of course, Rich here at Rich's Slotcar Room, and of course Scott at Scott's House of HO Racing. You guys make sure
Garage.
Everybody, please make sure you check out these two creators. They work very hard to put out content. Scott holds his auction Saturday nights, so make sure you're there to check it out. And Friday nights is my Top Fuel. Rich is probably going to be going live Friday nights as well. Yeah, awesome. I want to thank you all for joining us tonight. Hey.
Thanks for coming, everyone. Appreciate it.
Yes, thank you.
Get your heart racing. Ow! Oh, man. It's a great show. Should I oh, you know what?
You're still live.
Yeah, you got to turn the live off.
Well, I have to. I'm trying to do it off the back end.
Opposite of the first 15 minutes.
Yeah. Oh no.
That was hilarious. That's the best laugh I've had in a while.
Yeah, it wasn't bad considering, the first 15 minutes were kind of lost in conversation, but that's all right. Hey, maybe one day we'll talk Tyco Pros where other people can see it too.
We'll have just a Thursday night Tyco Pro night. I'll bring down all my Tyco S chassis and my Tyco Pro and my Tyco Pro 2 chassis, and I can play show and tell.
There you go. Yeah.
Later, guys.
Or I could try doing it from
Thanks for joining us today at Slot Valley Racing. I want to thank all my subscribers. I want to thank everybody for watching. Maybe if you're watching and you're not a subscriber, you can help out. Hit that like button and subscribe on up. We have a lot of new releases coming, and you're not going to